Nathan found the letter on a Saturday afternoon in March. He was cleaning out his mother's attic. She was moving to assisted living, and 40 years of accumulated life needed to be sorted, packed, or thrown away. He'd been at it for hours. Old furniture, Christmas decorations, boxes of photos, tax returns from the 80s, and then he found a small wooden box tucked behind a stack of blankets. He opened it. Inside were letters, cards, old documents, and at the bottom, an envelope, yellowed with age, unsealed, addressed to him in his father's handwriting. Nathan's hand started shaking. His father had been dead for 7 years, and Nathan had never seen this letter, had never known it existed. He pulled it out, sat down on an old trunk, and opened it. The first line read, "I never knew how to tell you this." And everything Nathan believed about his father, everything he'd carried for 45 years, was about to change. Welcome to Good Stories Today, your channel for emotional and inspiring stories. Listen while you drive, work, or simply seek inspiration. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Disclaimer: this video contains AI-generated content for educational and entertainment purposes. This is Nathan's story, the story of a letter that was never sent, and the father he thought he knew. Chapter 1. The Distant Father. Nathan grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania. His father, Robert, worked at a steel mill, came home every night at 6 p.m., exhausted, covered in dust and sweat, ate dinner in silence, watched whatever was on TV, went to bed by 9. That was the routine, every single day, for Nathan's entire childhood. Nathan's mother, Carol, was warm, affectionate, present. She asked about his day, helped with homework, tucked him in at night with stories and kisses. She was the one who celebrated his good grades, who noticed when he was sad, who made him feel seen. But his father, Robert, was there, physically present but emotionally absent. He provided, he worked, he kept a roof over their heads and food on the table. But he didn't talk much, didn't ask questions, didn't show interest. Nathan remembers trying to connect with him as a kid. He'd bring home drawings from school, crayon masterpieces of houses and trees and stick figure families. "Dad, look what I made." Robert would glance at it for maybe 2 seconds, nod once. "That's nice." And go back to the TV. Not "tell me about it." Not "that's really good, buddy." Just "that's nice." And Nathan would stand there, holding his drawing, feeling invisible. When Nathan was 7, he got obsessed with space, wanted to be an astronaut, drew pictures of rockets, read every book the library had about the moon landing. For his birthday, his mother bought him a telescope. Nathan was so excited to show his dad. "Dad, look, we can see the moon. Want to look with me?" Robert glanced at it. "That's cool," and went back inside. Nathan stood in the backyard alone, looking at the moon, wishing his dad cared. Nathan played Little League when he was 8. He begged his dad to come to his games. "Dad, I'm starting pitcher on Saturday. Can you come?" "I'll try," Robert would say. But he never did. Not once in 3 seasons. Not once. Work was always the excuse. "I have a shift. I'm too tired. Maybe next time." Next time never came. Nathan remembers one game in particular, 4th grade, championship game. His mom was there, cheering, taking photos. All the other dads were there too, coaching from the sidelines, high-fiving their kids. Nathan kept looking at the bleachers, hoping his dad would surprise him, show up late, wave from the back row, but he never did. Nathan struck out in the 7th inning, lost the game, and when he got home, his dad was asleep on the couch. Didn't even ask how it went. By the time Nathan was in high school, he'd stopped asking, stopped trying to get his father's attention, stopped hoping he'd show up, because it hurt less to expect nothing than to be disappointed over and over and over again. He had a girlfriend his senior year, Emily, smart, kind, pretty. Nathan was nervous about bringing her home. His mother made a whole thing of it, cooked a special dinner, asked Emily about school, her family, her plans for college, made her feel welcome. His father sat there at the end of the table, quiet, barely looked at her, ate his meatloaf, didn't ask a single question. When Emily left, Nathan worked up the courage to ask, "What did you think of her?" "She seems nice." That was it. No follow-up, no questions. No, "she's lovely" or "I'm happy for you." Just, "she seems nice." And Nathan realized, he doesn't care about this, about me, about my life. Nathan graduated high school with honors, top 10% of his class. His mother cried with pride at the ceremony, hugged him so tight he thought his ribs would crack. "I'm so proud of you, baby." His father sat in the audience wearing his one good suit, clapped when Nathan's name was called, but didn't say anything afterward. No, "I'm proud of you." No, "Good job, son." No, "I knew you could do it." Just a nod, a handshake. And Nathan thought, he doesn't care. He never cared. He just doesn't know how to love me. Chapter 2. The Silent Years. Nathan went to college 2 hours away. His mother called him every week, sent care packages, visited on parents' weekend. His father came with her once, freshman year, walked around campus for an hour, didn't say much, and never came again. Nathan called home sometimes. His mother would talk for 20 minutes. Then she'd say, "Here, say hi to your dad." And Nathan would hear the phone being passed. "Hey, Dad." "Hey." Silence. "How's work?" "Fine, busy." More silence. "Okay, well, I should go." "All right, take care." And that was it, every time. Nathan graduated college, got a job in Philadelphia, started his adult life, got engaged to Emily, the same girl from high school. They'd stayed together. When he told his parents, his mother screamed with joy. His father said, "Congratulations." Flat, emotionless, like Nathan had just told him he bought a new car. The wedding was beautiful. Nathan's mother helped plan everything. His father showed up, wore a suit, sat in the front row. But during the father-son dance, a tradition Nathan almost skipped, Robert held him stiffly, didn't say a word, just swayed awkwardly for 2 minutes. And when the song ended, he walked away. Nathan stood there on the dance floor, watching his father disappear into the crowd, and thought, he's uncomfortable with me. He doesn't know how to be my father. And maybe he never wanted to be. Chapter 3. Living with the Weight. Nathan and Emily built a life together. They had 2 kids, a son, Jake, and a daughter, Lily. Nathan was determined to be different, to be the father his dad never was. He coached Jake's soccer team, went to every single game, every recital, every school event. He told his kids he loved them every single day, hugged them, showed up, was present. But inside, Nathan carried something heavy, a question he could never answer. Why didn't my father love me? He'd see other fathers with their sons, laughing, talking, connected, and he'd feel that familiar ache, the one that never quite went away. His father came to visit once or twice a year, always with Nathan's mother. He'd sit quietly while the kids played, watch TV while everyone else talked, and leave without much fanfare. "Good to see you." "You too, Dad." And that was it. Nathan stopped expecting more. Stopped hoping for some breakthrough moment, some conversation where his father would finally say the things Nathan needed to hear. It wasn't going to happen. Robert was who he was, distant, silent, unreachable. And Nathan accepted it, or at least he tried to. Chapter 4. The Day Everything Changed. Robert died 7 years ago. Heart attack, sudden. He was 68. Nathan flew home for the funeral, helped his mother with arrangements, stood at the graveside and felt nothing. Not grief, not sadness, just emptiness. He thought he'd feel more. But how do you grieve someone you never really knew? His mother stayed in the house for 7 more years. But last fall, she fell, broke her hip. Recovery was hard. The house was too much, so Nathan helped her move to assisted living. A nice place, safe, close to her friends. And that's how Nathan ended up in the attic on that Saturday in March, sorting through decades of his parents' life. He was exhausted, had been working for hours. His back hurt. His hands were covered in dust. He was about to call it a day when he saw the wooden box. Small, dark, tucked behind a stack of old blankets. He pulled it out, opened it. Inside were old letters between his parents from when they were dating. Cards from friends, documents, photos, and at the bottom, an envelope. His name on the front, in his father's handwriting. Nathan's heart stopped. He picked it up. It wasn't sealed. The flap was just tucked in, like someone had written it, and then never sent it. He pulled out the letter, 3 pages, handwritten, dated 15 years ago, when Nathan was 30, when Jake was just a baby. And the first line made his hands shake. I never knew how to tell you this. Chapter 5. The letter. Nathan sat down on an old trunk, read the letter slowly, and with every line, something inside him broke open. Nathan, I never knew how to tell you this. So I'm writing it down. Maybe one day I'll give this to you. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I know you think I don't care about you. I see it in your eyes every time you look at me, or maybe every time you don't. You stopped trying to talk to me years ago, and I don't blame you, because I don't know how to talk to you either. My father never talked to me. He worked. He provided. But he never said much. Never told me he loved me. Never told me he was proud. And I grew up thinking that's what fathers do. You work, you provide, and that's love. But I see you with Jake. I see the way you hold him, the way you talk to him, the way you look at him like he's the most important thing in the world. And I realize I never did that with you. I thought showing up to your games wasn't important. I thought you just needed food on the table and a roof over your head. I thought that was enough, but it wasn't. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed your games. I'm sorry I didn't ask about school. I'm sorry I didn't hug you more. I'm sorry I didn't tell you I was proud of you. Because I was. I am. When you graduated high school, I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how. When you got married, I wanted to tell you that you looked just like me on my wedding day. Nervous, happy, ready, but I couldn't find the words. I'm not good with words. I'm not good with feelings. I don't know how to show love the way you do. But I love you, Nathan. I always have. I know I'm too late. I know you've already decided who I am. And maybe I deserve that. But I wanted you to know, even if I never give you this letter, even if I never find the courage to say it out loud, you are my son, and I am proud of you, Dad. Nathan read it 3 times, tears streaming down his face, hands shaking, chest tight. His father had written this 15 years ago and never sent it, never gave it to him, never found the courage. And now he was gone, and Nathan would never get to tell him, I forgive you. I understand now. I love you too. Chapter 6. The Understanding. Nathan sat in that attic for over an hour, holding the letter, crying in a way he hadn't cried since he was a child, hands shaking, chest tight, processing 45 years of misunderstanding in a single afternoon. For 45 years, he'd believed his father didn't care, that he was cold, unfeeling, indifferent, that Nathan wasn't worth his time or attention or love. But the letter showed him something different, something that broke him and healed him at the same time. His father did care. He just didn't know how to show it. He was raised by a man who never showed emotion, a man from a generation that believed feelings were weakness, who taught him that love was providing, not saying, that being a good father meant working hard, not being present. And Robert had carried that lesson his whole life, never questioned it, never learned another way, until it was too late. Nathan thought about all the moments he'd misread, all the times he'd interpreted silence as indifference, when maybe it was just not knowing what to say. His father sitting quietly at his wedding. Nathan had thought he was bored, uninterested, wishing he was somewhere else. But now he realized Robert was probably overwhelmed with emotion and didn't know how to express it. Watching his son get married, wanting to say something meaningful, but not having the words. So he said nothing. And Nathan thought he didn't care. His father not coming to his Little League games. Nathan had thought, he doesn't care about me, about what I do, about who I am. But now he understood. It wasn't because he didn't care. It was because he didn't think it mattered. Because his own father never came to anything. Because he was taught that being a provider was enough. That showing up to work every day was love, and everything else was extra. His father's silence on the phone calls, those awkward pauses, those one-word answers. Nathan had thought, he can't be bothered. He doesn't want to talk to me. But now he saw it differently. Robert probably didn't know what to say, didn't know how to bridge the gap, didn't know how to ask, "How are you really?" instead of, "How's work?" So he said nothing. And the silence grew. All those years, Nathan thought his father was absent, cold, removed. But he was there, in the only way he knew how. Working 60-hour weeks so Nathan could go to college. Showing up to the wedding even though he was uncomfortable in crowds. Calling on birthdays even though he never knew what to say. Visiting his grandkids even though he didn't know how to play with them. It wasn't enough. God, it wasn't enough. But it was all Robert knew how to give. And Nathan realized something that made him sob even harder. His father had been carrying this pain too. The pain of wanting to connect but not knowing how. The pain of watching his son pull away and not understanding why. The pain of loving someone and never being able to say it. Robert had written that letter 15 years ago, when Nathan was 30, when Jake was just a baby, when Robert was watching Nathan be the father he'd never been. And Robert must have felt it, the weight of everything he'd done wrong, everything he'd failed to say, everything he'd failed to be. He'd written it down, poured his heart onto 3 pages, said everything he'd never been able to say out loud. And then, hidden it. Too scared to give it to Nathan, too ashamed to admit he'd failed, too afraid of rejection. So the letter sat in a box for 15 years, and Robert went to his grave, never knowing if Nathan understood, never knowing if he was forgiven, never knowing that Nathan would have given anything to read these words while his father was still alive. Nathan folded the letter carefully. His tears had smudged some of the ink. He put it back in the envelope with shaking hands, and for the first time in 7 years, since the day they buried Robert in the cemetery on the hill, he grieved his father. Really grieved him. Not for who he wasn't, but for who he was. A man who loved his son, but never learned how to show it. A man who wanted to say the words, but didn't know how. A man who tried in the only way he knew, and thought it would be enough. Nathan wished he could go back to that phone call his senior year of college when his father said, "Take care," and hung up. He'd say, "Dad, wait, I love you." To his wedding when his father walked away after the dance. He'd say, "Dad, thank you for being here. It means everything." To the hospital 7 years ago when his father was dying and Nathan held his hand. He'd say, "I understand now, I forgive you, and I love you too." But he couldn't. It was too late for that. All he could do was carry this letter, this proof that his father loved him, even if he never said it, even if Nathan never knew. Until now. Chapter 7. The Healing. Nathan went home that night. Emily could see something had changed. What happened? He showed her the letter. She read it, cried, held him. "I'm so sorry. I spent so much time being angry at him. You didn't know, but I should have asked. I should have tried harder. Nathan, you were a kid. He was the parent. This wasn't on you." But Nathan couldn't let it go. For weeks, he carried that letter with him, read it over and over, tried to reconcile the father he thought he knew with the one who wrote those words. He talked to his mother about it, showed her the letter. She cried too. I didn't know he wrote this. Did you know he felt this way? I knew he loved you. He just didn't know how to say it. His father was the same way. Why didn't you tell me? I thought you knew. I thought he showed it in his own way. Nathan realized something painful. His father had tried, in small, quiet ways. He'd shown up to Nathan's wedding. He'd visited when the grandkids were born. He'd called on birthdays, never said much, but he called. It wasn't enough. But it was all he knew how to give. And Nathan had to decide. Could he forgive a man who loved him but never said it? Could he let go of 45 years of hurt? It took time, but slowly, he did. Chapter 8. The Legacy. Nathan looks at his own kids differently now. Jake is 22, Lily is 19, and Nathan tells them he loves them every single day. Hugs them, shows up, says the words. Because he learned something from his father, not from what Robert did, but from what he didn't do. Love isn't just a feeling. It's words, actions, presence. And if you don't say it, people might never know. Nathan keeps the letter in his desk drawer, takes it out sometimes, reads it, and feels a complicated mix of emotions: sadness, gratitude, grief, love. He wishes his father had given him the letter, wishes they'd had the conversation, wishes he could have told him, "I forgive you, I love you too." But he can't. So instead, he carries the lesson forward. He talks to his kids, really talks, asks about their lives, their fears, their dreams. And when Jake told him he was scared about starting his first real job, Nathan didn't say, "You'll be fine." He said, "I'm scared for you too, but I believe in you, and I'm proud of you." The words his father never said, but wanted to. Conclusion: sometimes love is silent. Nathan is 52 now. His father has been gone for 14 years, and he still thinks about that letter. For most of his life, Nathan believed his father didn't love him, but the letter proved him wrong. His father did love him. He just didn't know how to show it, and that's a tragedy, because love that's never expressed might as well not exist. The people we love need to hear it, need to feel it, need to know. But Nathan also learned something else. Sometimes people show love in the only way they know how. And sometimes that's not enough, but it's all they have. His father worked long hours to provide. He showed up to the wedding even though he was uncomfortable. He called on birthdays even though he didn't know what to say. It wasn't the love Nathan needed, but it was the love Robert knew how to give. If you're holding on to hurt from a parent who didn't show up the way you needed, if you're carrying the weight of feeling unloved, know this: sometimes love exists even when it's never said. Sometimes people care even when they don't know how to show it. And sometimes the hardest thing is forgiving someone who loved you badly. But also know this: if you love someone, say it. Say it out loud. Say it often. Don't write a letter and hide it in a box. Don't assume they know. Don't wait until it's too late. Because one day you'll be gone, and all they'll have are the words you never said. This is Good Stories Today, your channel for emotional and inspiring stories. If this story touched you, I'd love for you to subscribe. I share stories like this every week, honest human stories about family, forgiveness, and the complicated love between parents and children. Thanks for listening. And remember, the people you love need to hear it. Don't wait. See you in the next story.